Good day, grade 8. How are you today? Welcome to Mapeh 8 PE Quarter 1, Week 5 to 8, and our topic for today is all about team sport basketball. Before we continue, let us have this pre-assessment activity. Write basketball or volleyball to the corresponding team sport in the space provided at the right side of the column for basic skills. So this is 1 to 15 items pre-assessment. Basketball is an incredibly athletic game requiring techniques, skills, strength, stamina, and mental abilities. A team sport in which two teams of 5 players and which goals are scored by throwing a ball through a netted hoop fixed above each end of the court. The history of the basketball began with its invention in 1891 in Springfield, Massachusetts by Canadian physical educator instructor James Naismith as a less injury-prone sport than football. Naismith was a 31-year-old graduate student when he created the indoor sport to keep athletes indoors during the winters. There are 5 basic skills of basketball: dribbling, shooting, running, passing, and rebounding. The first of the 5 basic skills of basketball is dribbling. So it is the act of bouncing the ball continuously with one hand and is a requirement for a player to take steps with the ball. So in basketball, it is a skill that you should master. It allows you to move around the court while you're in possession of the ball. It is a legal method that allows you to advance with the ball and make a score as opposed to that of passing it to the teammate to shoot it for a basket. This moves involves bouncing the ball off the floor with your hands as you cover the floor. We have 3 dribbling methods. The first one is the crossover. So this drill will teach players to maintain a good balanced body position while dribbling with the feet shoulder width apart. The second one is the between the legs. Players learn to pass the ball through their legs while moving on the court. And the last dribbling method is the behind the back, wherein this drill focuses on using a light touch when dribbling and making the ball skid on the floor instead of bouncing sharply. The second skills in basketball is shooting. So this is the act of attempting to score points by throwing the ball through the basket, methods varying with players and situation. So this is the first basic skills to be learned, the shooting. So every basketball player loves to shoot the ball, and the most practiced skills in the game is shooting. Players spend a good deal of their practice time on shooting drills to improve their skill level. After all, if you can't shoot, you can't score. Now we have the BIF method for shooting. So this is an acronym for this word BIF. B stands for balance, ball on the floors. E for elbow, like an L, and E for an eye on the target, and F follow through. So you can see the illustration on how to do this method for shooting. The third skills in basketball, the running, is one of the basic skills that a basketball player should possess because in this sport, speed defines the best. So whether you're on the offensive or defensive side of the game, passing, receiving, shooting, or rebounding a ball, you always have to run in any way possible. The fourth skills in basketball is passing. Basketball is a team game. By definition, definition, that means all players are involved with the process of playing the game and should function as one. One of the primary skills created to accomplish this is passing. So it is a skill that maximizes the involvement of all players in setting up a play to earn successful shoots and earn points for the whole team. Now we have two types of pass. First one is the air pass, which travels between players without hitting the floor. So we have also two kinds of air pass: the chest pass, a pass that originates from the chest to the receiver's chest level, and the letter B is the overhead pass. It is a pass that originates from the forehead. So you will see the illustration on how the chest pass, and the overhead pass is done. And the number two types of pass is the bounce pass, wherein it is thrown to the floor so that it bounces to the intended receiver. And then the last skills that you should know in playing basketball is the jumping and rebounding. This is one of the major aspects of the game. It is your ability to jump with the power to gain possession of the ball as it bounces to the rim after a failed shot before it touches the floor. So just how important is rebounding? So whenever you grab a rebound, your team gains a chance to shoot again while the other team actually loses it. Ayan. So we have here the picture of rebounding. So for example, the team A failed to shoot the ball. So ayan, kailangan na tumalon ka para makuha mo yung bola bago siya bumagsak sa floor. So yung hindi na shoot na bola, no, kailangan makuha mo yun para may chance ang team ninyo na magkaroon ng score. So that's about jumping or rebounding. So those are the different skills in basketball. So we have dribbling, shooting, running, passing, and jumping or rebounding. Okay. So ayan, no? The different hand signals of the referee. So we have here the jump ball. Ayan, nakikita niyo naman ang picture. So jump ball. Yan, yung parang kumakamot, charging. And then traveling. So yung traveling nangyayari kapag hindi mo dinidribble yung bola, takbo ka lang ng takbo na hindi mo dinidribble or hindi mo pinapasa. So that's traveling. And then technical foul. Tandaan yung mga signals ng referee. And then 3 seconds violation. Ayan. Ganun yung daliri ng referee. Ibababa. And then points scored. Tinataas na yung kamay. Personal foul. And then 3-point shot. And then the other one is, ano itong isa na takpan? Ano pa ito? Okay. Anyway. So those are the different hand signals. Facilities and equipment in basketball. So we have the basketball court, the court dimension. The size of the court depends on the playing level. The size of the court for NBA and college games is 94 feet long and 50 feet wide. This is smaller for senior high school and junior high school. Of course, we have on the basketball court, also we have the backboard and the rim. The regulation height above the ground for the rim is 10 feet and the rim is 18 inches in diameter. Backboards are 6 feet wide or 72 inches by 42 inches tall, with the inner square being 24 inches wide by 18 inches tall. Of course, we have the foul line, the key. Okay, so those are some of the dimension in basketball court. The 3-point line are line markings. All line markings on the floor are 2 inches wide and can vary in color. Of course, we have also another equipment, the ball. The basketball is an inflated sphere with an outer covering with a measurement of 75 to 78 cm in circumference and weighs 600 to 650 grams. And of course, the basket, also called a goal, made of horizontal circular metal rim with a net hanging from it. It is mounted 3.05 meters above floor level. And of course, we have the backboard, the rigid rectangular board behind the rim, and of course, the shoes used by the basketball player. Now let's have this activity. So below is a table indicating 3 columns, namely the team sports, basic skills, and components of the physical fitness involved in performing the basic skills. So you have to write your answer in the given column. So we have here the team sport, basketball. So I already write the basic skills, and all you have to do is to write or give the answers for the component of physical fitness involved in that basic skills. Let's evaluate. So you have to select the best answer from the choices below. Write the letter of your answer on the space provided before its number. Number 1, a Canadian clergyman, educator, and physician introduced the game basketball. Is it A. Luther Gulick, B. James Naismith, C. Andrew Walsh, or D. James Copper? For number 2, unbecoming behavior of player contributing to the disturbance or unuseful flow of the game. A. Drunk shot, B. Misconduct, C. Foul, D. Carioca. For number 3, ability to jump with the power to gain possession of the ball as it bounces to the rim after a failed shot before it touches the floor. A. Rebounding, B. Shooting, C. Catching, D. Pitching. For number 4, the first basic skills to learn in basketball. A. Rebounding, B. Shooting, C. Catching, or D. Pitching. Number 5, which of the following is not a basic skills in basketball? A. Batting, B. Dribbling, C. Running, D. Shooting. Number 6, it is an inflated sphere with an outer covering. It is 75 to 78 cm in circumference and weighs 600 to 650 grams. A. Ball, B. Shuttlecock, C. Badminton, D. Ping pong. Number 7, also called a goal, is made up of a horizontal circular metal rim with a net hanging from it. A. Ball, B. Basket, C. Ring, D. Net. Number 8, all line markings on the floor are 2 inches wide and can vary in color. A. Lane marking, B. Line marking, C. Line marker, D. Lane marker. For number 9, a dynamic stretching exercise which is the same with that of grapevine step in dancing. A. Rebounding, B. Assist, C. Running, D. Carioca. And last item, by definition, this means all players are involved with the process of playing the game and should function as one. A. Shooting, B. Rebounding, C. Passing, D. Landing. Okay, so that's all for our topic about basketball. See you again next time, and don't forget, never stop learning. Thank you for watching.